This video was made with good intentions, just to have a bit of fun and just make fun of her apology video. I don't promote actually sending hate to Ellen. Okay, enjoy the video. The self-proclaimed Be Kind lady,
As I became known as the Be Kind lady,
aka Ellen DeGeneres, is now being cancelled. And she put out a video on her YouTube channel, and it is like a really bad excuse for an apology. Before we get into that, we need to discuss why she's being cancelled. For all you kids who are living under a rock, let's just get into it.
Hey, if my mic falls, I may stop it. All right, let's try it again. Hit it.
So Ellen has been in the news lately due to a lot of stories coming out about workplace misconduct from her and her staff.
Today's video is a story of disappointment, of betrayal. Someone who, for decades, has been seen as a beacon of light within the Hollywood community. Someone whose show was all about positivity and good deeds. Someone whose name literally has the word generous in it. Turns out it's all a lie.
Last few weeks, Ellen has been under heaps of fire. Loads of things coming out exposing Ellen for the person she truly is off camera. Today we're going to dive into so many stories that people have on Ellen, showing her to be just an awful, awful person.
These allegations ranged from harassment of employees from one of the producers to the fact that lower level employees couldn't look Ellen in the eyes, which is weirdly specific. I don't know why anybody would lie about that.
Just keep swimming.
If you want to know more about the situation, I'll leave some videos in the description about it. But pretty much to sum it all up, if you have never heard about this before, basically Ellen has been accused of very minor things, starting from multiple people coming out saying you can't look her in the eyes, to very extreme toxic workplace stuff, like very serious allegations from one of the producers on the show. People who are like lower down in the staff get treated very badly. It's some very serious stuff, along with some other stuff like Ellen is very rude to people off the show. On the show she always talks about, oh, you gotta be kind to people, so she comes off as a hypocrite. So Ellen has been accused of these things for like ages now. It's been like a few months, I think, and she had not addressed it anywhere. She hadn't put out a simple tweet or anything. She's only now addressing these very serious allegations in this video. So yeah, if you want to know more, I recommend you watch those videos in the description. But if you already know what's going on, then I guess you don't really have to. So yeah, let's get into Ellen's really awful apology.
Oh boy, welcome to season 18 of the Ellen DeGeneres show.
I'm not sure if I should be impressed or disappointed in Ellen for finding a way to milk this show since 2003. Yes, everyone, this show is a year older than me. Can't believe it. But to be honest, I'm kind of impressed that this show managed to keep going for 18 seasons. Wow, 18 seasons.
If you're watching because you love me, thank you. If you're watching because you don't love me, welcome.
Haha, isn't that so funny? She totally roasted us. I find it kind of weird that she's making sort of like jabs at the people accusing her of doing really messed up things and having really messed up things going on in the workplace.
How was everybody's summer? Good? Yeah? Mine was great.
super terrific.
She reminds me of that one teacher at school who, when they keep you and the whole class in at lunchtime, she's like, yeah, I just love keeping you kids in at lunchtime. You know, I just really love missing out on eating my lunch and talking to my friends in the staff room. It is just a highlight of my day to make your kids' life miserable. But it's not really your fault. I'm just projecting because I lost my kids in the custody battle last year.
I'm so happy to be back in the studio. There are a lot of things I want to talk about. I've been looking forward to addressing it all directly, and unfortunately, talking directly to people has been illegal for 6 months.
I find this part kind of infuriating because she could have put out a tweet or even put out a message on Instagram, just taken a screenshot of something she wrote on the Notes app. She could have even just pulled out her iPhone and just filmed herself apologizing, just having a heart-to-heart with everyone, saying that she's really sorry about all the stuff that happened in the workplace environment, saying that she's going to improve everything. She could have posted it on her Instagram, she could have posted it on her Twitter, even put it on the YouTube channel. But she kind of makes it out that there was no way she could have addressed it or apologized at all. You know, it's not like the internet exists nowadays. TV is the only way famous people can get their stuff out.
So I have a virtual audience here instead. Here you all are.
I will give her credit. You know, even if those like little TV screens are kind of creepy and weird looking, it is a very smart thing to do, to put the people there and make it look like there's a crowd. It really gives some of the sort of the charm back to the show, because when it was just Ellen sitting in her house with the producer, not one of the producers of the show, just a random producer that she hired. If you didn't know, she hired a completely new team, so all her team were unemployed, just so she could film from home. Yes, that is the producer just creepily watching from behind the window the whole show. So yeah, it's a little weird looking, and the clapping noise is obviously just like added in post or something like that. But it is a pretty smart thing to do.
You look beautiful, and I'm sure you smell great. That's what I'm imagining anyway. All right, let's get to it. As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected.
I find it hard to believe that she had no idea about some of the toxic behavior that was going on in her workplace, especially since she contributed to it, contributed to it, as well as she wouldn't let people look at her in the eye, and only certain staff members were even allowed to talk to her, pretty much looking down at them like peasants compared to her almighty royal status.
I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear.
I think it's okay to joke about a situation, because it's a very serious situation, just to sort of lighten things up. But I think it's a completely different situation when you haven't even addressed it in the first place. Your first ever time addressing it is in this video, where it's just full of jokes. Like, maybe if you got cancelled for a joke or something on Twitter, it's less of a serious situation. You can be like, maybe put in a few jokes in there just to lighten it up for your audience. But I find it kind of weird that these are such serious allegations and she's not taking it seriously at all.
We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
Yeah, you better clap along, you little peasant, or I'm gonna fire you.
There were also articles in the press and on social media that said that I am not who I appear to be on TV, because I became known as the Be Kind lady. And here's how that happened. I started saying be kind to one another after a young man named Tyler Clemente took his own life after being bullied for being gay. I thought the world needed more kindness, and it was a reminder that we all needed that. And I think we need it more than ever right now.
That was a really tragic story, and I'm sure it really affected Ellen since she's gay herself. But I don't really see how bringing that up has anything to really do with the whole situation. Like, it's a really tragic story, but it's kind of weird that she's bringing it up in a video addressing the allegations against her.
Being known as the Be Kind Lady is a tricky position to be in. So let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind Lady. Don't do it. The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV.
Oh, I don't doubt that for a second. I totally believe you are that person on TV who said things like making fun of a fan art that one of your fans made for you. To make it even more insulting, the video is called Ellen Receives Fans Really Bad Gifts.
This was a gift that I got from one of my viewers. Yeah. That's what I said when I saw it.
Making fun of the hairdresser who did your hair for you once.
And it started with the same sentence that all bad hair stories start with, is I tried a new person, and looking back, you know, there were signs, some red flags. Here's a picture of the colorist that I used.
Making fun of someone's appearance is totally something the Be Kind Lady would do.
I am also a lot of other things.
Trust me, I can think of a few. Hey, this is actually pretty easy. Maybe I should start a late night show or something like that. So basically, to sum it all up, Ellen continues to make weird out-of-place jokes that probably shouldn't be in a video that's meant to address all the serious allegations.
You know, I was an actress. I've played a straight woman in movies, so I'm a pretty good actress. I got into this business to make people laugh and feel good. That's my favorite thing to do. That and Jenga. I love that game.
And then she does the thing people have been doing lately when they're being cancelled. And she says, oh, the world, it's so hard lately. Oh, there's a lot of hard things going on lately. Everyone's, you know, some people are going help homeless and it's really hard. Oh, everyone, please just forget what I did. Come on, there are people freaking dying.
This has been a horrible summer for people all around the world. People are losing their jobs. People are losing loved ones to a pandemic. People are losing their homes and lives in raging fires that are going on. There's blatant racial injustice all around us. I watch the news and I feel like, where do we even begin?
They continue using that really annoying laugh track. Like, Ellen, we know there's not actually someone in the crowd. There's no way you're actually recording the audio from the people who are on a freaking Zoom call or something. And then she gives this random dude a promotion, and guess what? The show just ends like that, not addressing anything else. And then we just see this guy begging us to subscribe, and Ellen just sneaks up behind him, scaring him because random equal funny, am I right, kids? And that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video of me poking a little fun at everyone's favorite
Passanturus heptus
fish and their horrible apology video. So hope to see you all again. Thanks for watching and have a good one.
Nobody likes dirty hose.